we are in a series called Fresh Start as we're facing a new year, 2024. And we've been looking at the book of Bible, which is called Deuteronomy. And we've been looking at a certain part of it, which I said repeatedly kind of summarizes the whole book, chapter 6, verse 1 to 8. And we've been talking about what kind of things we have to know before though we are here already in the year 2024 for a while already. But as we jump into the new year, maybe there are some things we need to know. So that's what we're going to do. As I said, Deuteronomy is a speech that Moses actually gave to Israelites before they enter the promised land. So there's some urgent things, very important things Moses wanted his people to remember. Okay, so today is the last part of the series, and jumping into, again, we've been looking at the same passage throughout the month as Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1 to 8. So let's go jump into the passage, which, again, 6, 1 to 8. These are the commands, decrees, and laws that the Lord your God that directed me to teach you to observe in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess, so that you, your children, and their children after them may fear the Lord your God as long as you live by keeping all his decrees and commands that I give you, and so that you may enjoy long life. Hear, Israel, and be careful to obey, so that it may go well with you and that you may increase greatly in a land flowing with milk and honey, just as the Lord, the God of your ancestors, promised you. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. Okay, today we're going to talk about the power of memory, okay, what you remember and what you don't remember. So before I do that, I like to play some games with you. A game of kind of basically testing your memory, how well you can remember things. Look at your faces. You're like, really? 9 in the morning? Really, you want to do that? Yes, I want to do that. Okay, so I have a prize for you. Starbucks gift card that 1 million Korean won can go in there. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you later how much money I have in this card after all the games we played. But like capacity is 1 million Korean won. Once you get this, you're a millionaire. Different currency though. Okay, so are you ready? This is how you play. I'm gonna give you a certain information. Okay, then I'll give you a certain time to memorize or remember the information, and then after that, I'm gonna give you little questions. And what you do is you lift up your hands in the air, and then you just give me the finger which one is right answer. Okay, and then you all play first. If you get certain answer wrong, then you will get knocked out. Last survivor will get this. Got that? Not that hard. Okay, you ready? Okay, first one, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Okay, I want you to memorize the information I'm gonna give you. Okay, this is a little list of words. Okay, ready? Go. 30, 29, 28, 27. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop. You got that? Okay. You had to see your faces actually. You're like so studious. I mean, I can see that how TCIS, how studious this school is. Okay. But I'm gonna use this information later. Aha, you didn't see that coming, right? So you keep that in your head, mind, somewhere in your brain. I don't know where. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Okay, drawing of very famous painter. Here we go. 10 seconds. You ready? Here we go. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, now I'm gonna give you the quiz. I want you to see your hands in the air. Okay, come on. Show me your fist. Okay, and you gotta give me the answer number that you think is right. Okay, here we go. The first question goes. Okay, I want to see all your hands. All your hands. We got. How many chairs are in the painting? Number one chair. Number two chairs. Number three chairs. Number four, what chairs? Okay, you're right. Your answer is. The right answer is 2 chairs. Okay, those who got it wrong, put your hands down. How many survivors we got? Okay, very good. Second question. Here we go. Is the window in the painting open or closed? Remember that painting? Number 1, open. Number 2, closed. Number 3, there's no window. Number 4, what window? Okay, the right answer, your answer is, okay, the right answer is, it's closed. Okay, those who got it wrong, put your hands down. Okay, how many survivors we got? Okay, very good, very good. Next question. How many portraits are in the painting? Were there portraits? Number 1, 1 portrait. Number 2, 2 portraits. Number 3, 3 portraits. Number 4, what portrait? Your answer is, okay, the right answer is 2. Okay, those who will still survive, keep your hands in the air. Very good, very good. Okay, keep them in the air. Now, I'm going to give you new information. I'm going to give the table of numbers, and I want you to memorize them. Okay, I'm going to give you 15 seconds for this. You ready? Go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, here's the question. Survivors, I want you to see your hands in the air. What is the sum of numbers in the spot A, B, and C? Number 1, 47. Number 2, 14. Number 3, 30. Number 4, what number? Okay, give me your answer. Your answer is, okay, the right answer is 30. Wow, you're like, did I get this? Did I get this? Next question. Okay, we're not done yet. Next question. What is the sum of the number in the spot A, B, and C? Number 1, 32. Number 2, 12. Number 3, 67. Number 4, what number? I want your answer. Your answer is? Okay, Larry is still doing his math because his wife is math teacher. He must be good at this. Okay. The funny thing is, Gail Smith got knocked out earlier. Yeah. All right, the right answer is 12. Okay, any survivors out there? I want to see your hands. I want to see your hands. We got nobody here? We still got survivors? No survivor? Okay, we got one there. And one over there. I want you to stand. I want you to stand. We got 2 survivors here. All right. Okay, contestants over here. What's your name? Kayla, what's your name? Okay, Thais. All right. Okay, well, I have one more question. What is the sum of the numbers in the spot A, B, and C? Number 1, 69. Number 2, 55. Number 3, 99. Number 4, what number? Okay, you two. I want your answer. Your answer is... Okay. Okay, we got 2 different answers. Great. Maybe we can get the winner here. The right answer is 69. All right, good playing. Okay, Caleb, you want to go a little further? I got more questions coming, but you're still the winner. Oh, you want to double it? Double or nothing? You want to go double or nothing? Okay, one more. I still got that long-term memory question too. Remember the first list of words that I gave you? All right. I'm gonna give you, Caleb. This is so funny. Oh, okay. I'm gonna some pictures, okay? And I want you to memorize those pictures. Here, I'm gonna give you just 10 seconds. Oh, look at this guy. He's ready to go. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. You know, this is why when you come to worship, you gotta sit in front. I know you guys don't want to sit over here, but you know, you never know what's gonna happen that day. 6, 5, 4. By the way, the weather has been really cold lately, right? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stop. Come on, Steve. Okay, you got that, Caleb? Okay. Here's the question. What is in the item in the slot number 14? Number 1, guitar. Number 2, car. Number 3, dinosaur. Number 4, what item? Okay, your answer is, Caleb. Are you sure? The right answer is, it is a car. We got more coming. Next question. You want to go further, right? What is the item in the slot number 18? 18 right there. Number 1, remote controller. Number 2, rabbit. Number 3, house. Number 4, what item? Your answer is? Your answer is? Remote controller. Are you sure, Caleb? The right answer is, it is remote controller. Caleb, wow. I feel like I gotta add more money to it. Okay, one more question. We're done? No, we got, okay. Oh, you remember the first, the very first page that I gave you? Okay, like some of you are ready, but it's too late because you got knocked out. You're like, I wrote it down. Okay, we got just 2 more questions. Okay, here we go. What item was in the spot number 9, Caleb? Number 1, banana. Number 2, potato. Number 3, tomato. Number 4, what item? Your answer is? You sure? Or you just like the banana? The right answer is, it is banana. And number 4 item is, the next question, he got that already. It is pencil. Give me a round of applause for Caleb. Caleb, would you come on the stage, please? Wow, look at this guy. He is sharp and smart. You know what? This is the kind of guy who remembers everything. So you gotta be careful. Whenever you say so, oh, look at you. What you got in my hair? Very good. All right, Caleb. You gotta be careful what you say to him because he's gonna remember everything. Right? Okay. This card has a capacity of 1 million Korean won. Okay, and I added 20,000. This guy's impressed. I see this is my flex right here, man. All right, good job. Good job. Congratulations. All right, now would you stand for closing prayer? Okay. That's all I prepared for today. Okay, but so I want to know who actually got knocked out in the first round. All right, I'm so proud of you guys. These are the people, you know, you can be really relaxed with. Okay, you can say whatever to them. You can say anything to them because they're gonna forget. I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry about what I just said earlier, like 2 minutes ago. And this person goes like, what did you say something? Okay, I won't go over there, okay, to talk about it. That's your thing. Mr. Larry, that's awesome. Okay, we just tested how well you can remember things. But today, in the passage, I mean, we've been looking at the same passage over 4 weeks. But we're gonna look at the last part of it, which is basically saying God is saying this one word and very strongly, which is remember. Okay, remember. Remember. Okay. Why should we remember? He's saying like I mean, he's saying all those good things, and then in the end, I want you to remember. I want you to remember. I want you to remember. Why? Why what we remember matters that much? Because what we remember defines pretty much everything in our lives. As we talk about memory, what we remember, I actually thought of a movie. I don't know if you've seen this movie before. The title is Coco. Have you seen the movie, Coco? Yeah, can you show us the poster of the movie? Okay, it's coming. Anyway, it's a great movie, and there's a very, very, very famous song, almost like the most famous song from the movie. You know what that is? Yeah, I thought of that song. I was like, oh, that's a great song. So I was actually thinking, maybe I can sing that song for you guys. Oh, look at you guys. You're like, really? Is it really necessary? Really? Yeah, I was going to sing the song, but I kind of dropped it. But I actually asked somebody else to sing it. So, Taejon. He's going to sing this amazing song, Remember Me, okay? By the way, the reason why I asked him to sing this song is he actually reminded me of the main character, the boy from the movie. Yeah? There's just a little, okay.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you. It's not we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you, the only way that I can be, until you in my arms again. Remember me.
Have you seen the movie though? Yeah, you have? Okay. This movie is, I know, it's about that little ritual day from Mexico, what they do once a year. It's called the Day of the Dead, okay? Anyway, the main plot is there is the boy's grandfather. I'm going to give you a spoiler though. If you're planning to watch the movie, okay, don't listen to me, okay? Okay, you mute me. Okay, go like on your mute mode, like. Okay, so I'm going to give you a spoiler right now, okay? Grandfather died. Ooh, okay. You don't get it. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, his boy's grandfather, he's in over there. Okay, he's passed away, but he desperately needs his family to remember him. Okay, only when his family remembers him, celebrates him, then he can still be alive in the world of the dead. I know it doesn't make sense at all, but that's what is the main story of the movie. So he's trying his best, and with the boy, make sure that his family remembers who he is. Why? I mean, what is the point of the movie? Because it actually shows that how important, how much emphasis we put on how people remember us. Memory matters. What we remember matters. If you think about it, the reason why you're here because you remember something. You remember that this is worship time for CIC. You remember that this is where we gather. Remember that, when you come here, you can have this worship opportunity. After this, you go a certain place, right? Maybe some of you can go to lunch. Some of you go and meet with your friends. How can it happen? Based on one condition, which is you remember that. You remember that you have a friend. You remember that you got to eat lunch. So everything happens in your life happens on what you remember. So what you remember matters. It defines where you go, what you do. It also defines who you are, your life, your death, the point of your life, where you're going. my brother, I have a brother, he's a year younger than me. And when he got married, he sent me his invitation. He's in Texas, in the States. And he was basically saying, I'm getting married. I know you live far away, but I still want you and your family to come to my wedding. I'm like, okay. So you got the date? Yes, I got the date. Okay, I'm going to your wedding on that date. You may change your bride, that's fine. But you can't change the date. Okay, I can't go visit your wedding like twice. Anyway, so I went into his wedding. It went well, and we all gathered back to my mom's place. But when you actually go to your mom's place, there's always a section of the house that has all the photos, frames and all that, right? Albums. Basically, there's memory like corner right there. My mom had the same thing at her house, and my sister-in-law. It was one morning. She got up early because we're all there. And she was looking around the house, and then she was staring at this memory section, and she was like, "Oh, this is very nice, mother. Yeah, this is great." And my mom was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She was doing something over there, and then she saw something, a little notebook, okay, and she grabbed it, and I saw that from the far. I noticed that notebook she just grabbed, my sister-in-law just grabbed, was a little diary my brother had kind of exchanging with his ex-girlfriend. I don't know why he had such a thing, like exchanging diary. Okay, what? What he did was he wrote something in that notebook, basically saying, "Hey, dear," her name was Heidi. I still get confused with my sister-in-law's name right now, even now, but I still remember his ex-girlfriend's name clearly, Heidi. So in that notebook, he wrote down like, "Hey Heidi, dear Heidi, I miss you so much today. When I actually look at the lake, I thought of you because your eyes remind me of all those cheesy, unnecessary things to say." And then what he did was he gave that to Heidi next day, and Heidi wrote something in there too. Like, "Dear, my brother's name is Justice. Okay, dear Justice, I thought of you all day. I miss you all day. I love you so much." And all that, and then back and forth, back and forth. All information, that kind of information in that notebook. It was there in my mom's memory section, right next to our family photo. And my sister-in-law just got married, grabbed it, opened it up. And I saw her face was turning from hero's face to villain's face. Thanos was coming. And then I remember she was like, dragged my brother from kitchen back to their bedroom, and they didn't come out for 2 days. I heard a noise of my brother getting beaten up really bad. I heard like he's been screaming and all that. I enjoyed it much, actually. I'm like, "Oh, look at that beautiful sound that I hear." And then I was like, as I was enjoying that moment, I just remember, this is a keyword, remember that back in when I was high school, I wrote little letters to a girl. When you're in high school, you do those kind of silly things. And I remember I have still those letters somewhere in that haunted house. I just remember that. I was like, "Oh no." So I started searching secretly from my wife for that box of letters that I got from that little girl back when I was in high school. After 2 days of searching, exactly the same time that my brother was beaten up, I found it. It was in the Nike shoe box on the bookshelf. It was not in this family section, family memory section to be celebrated, because my mom was actually thinking it was just shoebox, but she didn't throw it away. And the funny thing is, okay, back into my brother's story, my sister was getting beat up, and then after 2 days, he finally got out of that bedroom, and then came to my mom, and he was yelling at my mom, "Mom, why did you leave that there? Why did you even keep it?" And then my mom was like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was there." And you know what she actually said? She actually said, "But it's not that it didn't happen." And my brother was, "What are you saying?" Anyway, I found my box. And then secretly I found it. I burnt it in a front yard, a backyard, and we were still happily married. Okay, no judgment day. What happened here? Our God is alive. No, this is what happened. Memory, what you remember matters. Okay, my brother couldn't remember it was there, so he had to face the judgment day. But me, I actually could remember, so I avoided it. What did I say? What you remember defines your life and death. But what I'm saying is, what you remember from the past, very often it determines the worth of your life. You go like, what happened in my school days? What happened in my relationship with a certain person? What happened in my family? That memory still hurts me. You may say, I don't know what I remember. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does. It does. It does. How you see yourself, all coming from what you remember. Right before God's people entering the promised land, God is saying, in the end, hey, I want you to write this down everywhere you can actually look at. Does it actually mean that we got to do the same thing? Once you get home, you just write those things down on the door and door frame and like on your wrist? Well, if you want to. But the main thing is, he's basically saying that I want you to remember. Once you go in there in the promised land, you're going to experience a lot of things. You're going to face a lot of things. You're going to struggle a lot. But there's one thing I really, really want you to remember, which is your mind. I think we got to do the same thing as we face this new year, 2024. I know, maybe a lot happened already in your life this year, this new year. But you know what? A lot more on the way. You're going to forget a lot. You're going to remember certain things. But it's basically saying, you know what? I want you to remember me. Remember me as your God. Remember that I am here with you. Jesus was the same. Jesus was the same thing too. He was basically saying, before he leaves his followers, he was having a little dinner with his beloved followers, disciples, and then he was breaking his bread and pouring wine and passing that around, and he was basically saying, you know what? There's one thing I really want you to do. If you look at 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 21 to 25, no, 23 to 25. This is what it says. For I received from the Lord what I also passed on to you. The Lord Jesus, on the night he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, this is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same way, after supper, he took the cup, saying, this cup is a new covenant in my blood. Do this whenever you drink it in remembrance of me. You know what? Jesus and his disciples, they must have had like a lot of good memories. And Jesus could go like, hey, you guys remember that? Remember that when I walked on the water? Wasn't that awesome? And disciples go, yeah, that was really great. We remember Peter was sinking. It was really funny. It was like, Lord, help me. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, we remember that. Jesus actually could go like, I remember that when I fed 5,000 plus, just counting the man. There were a lot of the family members there too. I fed them all. Remember that? And disciples will probably go like, oh yeah, that was awesome. We're like kept giving and giving and giving, and we still had food. That was very mysterious, but it was exciting. And Jesus could go, hey, you know what? Remember when I actually healed those sick? Remember when I cast out demons? All those good memories. He could have actually done that. But he doesn't do that. He doesn't go like those exciting, you know what? You can forget all that. But there's one thing I want you to remember. I want you to remember my broken body and blood that I shed for you. Whatever you do, wherever you go, I want you to remember this. You know why? Because it's going to define who you are. All those things in your memory that you remember, you feel like those memories defines who you are. Your family issue, your financial crisis, your traumas, wounds, scars from the past. You feel like those things define who you are. No. I want you to remember my death, broken body of mine, blood that I shed for you. Why? Because this will, when you remember this will define who you are. I have two daughters. Younger one, her name is Jana. She has a lot of gifts. And one of them is, I think one of the greatest gifts she had is she's good at making mess. Okay, since her birth, that's what she's been doing diligently. Everywhere she goes, she makes mess. Okay? I think she's got a calling too from God. God was telling her, like, you know what? Go, not make disciples, make mess. Anyway, when she was like 5, I came back home. And then I got in. I was at the wrong place. Because she actually literally turned the place upside down. It was so messy. And I got angry. So I was like, who did this? Who did this? I knew it was Jenna, okay? So I was like calling out her name, like, Jenna! And a kid like this, you know what kid like this actually does? When somebody calls out her or his name, Jenna! Usually full name, right? Like, Jenna Kim! Jenna Kim! Okay. You know, a kid like this, what she or he usually does is she still makes a mess somewhere. So I was like, Jenna! And she was like, what, Daddy? I'm like, I was so angry. Come here. She came to me. I'm like, who did this? Who made all the mess here? Who did this? And I was expecting for more like humble apology from her. But you know what she actually said? She was like, I did this. I was shocked. I got even angrier. I was like, what? Since you made all the mess, I want you to clean this up right now. I want you to clean this up right now. And and she actually said, Daddy, you got to help me. I was like, what? It's you made all the mess, and why should I help you? Why should I help you with this? And she gave me 4-word sentence. And after hearing that, I was like helping her. I wasn't really helping her. I was cleaning everything up by myself. You know what she actually said to me? 4-word sentence. I said, why should I help you? Why should I help you? And then she said, because you're my daddy. Oh. I was like, why should I help you? Why should I help you? You're going to clean everything up. Why should I help you? And she was like, because you're my daddy. I'm like, oh, Jenna, don't do anything. You sit over there. I'll clean up everything. Throughout the Bible, there's a long story of God's salvation, right? I can summarize the whole story of God's salvation throughout the Bible into 4-word sentence. You know what that is? Because I am your daddy. On the cross, he gave up everything. Our Lord gave up everything to complete the salvation for us. There's a lot of theology there, story to tell, but I can summarize the amazing salvation on the cross into 4-word sentence. You know what that is? Because I'm your daddy. There's one thing I think our God wants us to remember. Facing this new year, challenging new year 2024. I know you gotta remember a lot of things out there. But God wants us to remember this one simple thing. You know what that is? 4-word sentence. What is it? Because I'm your daddy. This time I'd like to invite you to the table, communion table. And I want, as you participate in the communion, I want you to remember the 4-word sentence. Because as you participate, you're gonna break the bread and share the glass and get the juice. Basically, saying, Jesus is saying, I want you to remember me. I want you to remember why I had to do this. I want you to remember wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever you're with, what kind of past, whatever past you have in your past. This is one thing I want you to remember. My body that I've broken for you. Blood, my blood that I shed for you. Because I'm your daddy. Nobody can take that away from you. I want you to remember this.